What's good, my people? What's good? Uh, what's good, my people? That's music by my boy Jay Stubbs called Journey. I'm gonna let that go to play in the background. I'm over here. That's a musician out in Cali um, that did a rap song for in honor of my son and I when we was leaving California. Y'all should check it out on YouTube. It's called Journey. It's about 6 7. Well, about 8 years old. Um, by Jay Stubbs. All right, so today I want to get into a couple things. This is not going to be basketball related, and to be honest with you, it's not even going to be funny. Although you know me, I may say some funny shit, but it ain't meant to be funny. So last week I saw something online that said there was a school district whose parents are proposing a new grading scale to help the kids perform better and to give them more confidence in the classroom. Now, growing up, I was always told 100 to 90, 100 to 90, 90 and up is an A, 95 and up is an A plus. So 90 and up an A, 80 to 89 is a B, 70, 79 is a C, 60, 69 is a D, and everything else is an F. So if you ever wonder why we fall behind from a global standpoint when it comes to education and stuff like that, listen to what was proposed. 0% to 23% is an F. 24% to 43% is a D. 44% to 63% is a C. 64% to 83% is a B. 84% to 100 is an A. If they was to do that into a school district where my kids would go, I would take them out of that school district. So I said it jokingly when I posted it online, but it's kind of not funny because this is an era of participation. First, second, and third place don't matter no more. It's all about making everybody feel good for their performance, even if their performance was miserable, even if they finished in last place, even if they got a goddamn 48. According to this scale, a 48 is a damn C. So we're supposed to make them feel good when they don't do well. I'm good with encouraging when they don't do well. But shit, ain't nothing to feel good about if you don't get it done. It's just that simple. So the fact that I made fun of that, clowning one of my buddies on social media, in retrospect, this shit ain't funny. This shit is not funny at all. So, here's some other things they would not allow to be able to do. Check this shit out. Can't use red ink when grading papers. No one gets a 0. Must give opportunity to make up assignments if students choose. And it says can't fail papers. You can't fail papers without giving them the opportunity to rewrite it after you tell them what they've done wrong. So that's the proposed grading scale for whatever school system this was. I'll find out what school system it is because I would want to know because I wouldn't want, well, I'm not going to have any more kids, but I wouldn't want any of my grandkids or anybody like that to go to this particular school district. Shit is crazy, man. We trying to make everything easier. Man, everybody, like Tiger Woods said, when it's a competition, second sucks and third place is even worse. If you're not, who the hell is, I would never train a kid in basketball and say, yo, bro, we just, we just trying to get there. Just trying to get there. We ain't, I'm not on him about particular things that that I feel like he need to do to get better because they're gonna give him that success anyway. That shit ain't given. That shit is earned. So I'm gonna tell you something else that's earned, supposedly, is the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court has become a laughingstock. It's supposed to be the bedrock of this country. You're supposed to look at the Supreme Court and see justice for all. We know that's not the case. But you're supposed to see justice for all and everything that building means. And when you got Clarence Thomas, whose wife was part of January 6th, not being forced to recuse himself, that's a problem. See, the problem is Supreme Court don't have, who's overseeing the Supreme Court? There's no oversight there. There's no ethics policy there. Motherfuckers will do what they want. First of all, you should not be able to have a job forever. Like once I put you here, you ain't gotta leave. You ain't gotta do shit. Wait till you die. Gotta be term limits, number one. Number two, I believe, and I swear to y'all, I'm not age discriminating, but we have to cut this 89, 92, 90, 88-year-old Supreme Court justices holding on, not wanting to retire and not wanting to stop. And then next thing you know, you put the court in an imbalanced situation because if you have Democrats there, they're gonna immediately put another Democrat in there, which they should. But if there's Republicans in there, we know how they get down. Ruth Bader Ginsburg wasn't even dead yet, and old boy had a replacement for her just so he can overturn Roe versus Wade. That's what that shit was all about. So you got that dumb fuck who actually used everything he used to get where he is with regards to helping black folks. Clarence Thomas has tried to get rid of every single initiative that helped him along the way that was for a minority of black folks. He tried to get rid of. But he a real brother, right? Okay. And let's get to this other dude. Justice Alito. So in the mix of the January 6th and all this other stuff, they came up with this slogan called Stop the Steal. That Trump and his cult minions came up with. Affirmative action was what I was trying to think of. Clarence Thomas. Affirmative action. Apologize. So one of the things mean if you take this precious, you can never do anything to it. You can never disrespect it. You can never say anything bad about it. You can never do anything about it. Flag that people hold so true and dear to their heart. If you turn the flag upside down, it's symbolizing your supporter of the Stop the Steal movement. But as we know, Supreme Court justices are not supposed to let it be known what their political alliances are. It's supposed to be something that's under the cut. Whether they're conservative or liberal, it's just certain things they're supposed to keep to themselves. This dude turned his flag upside down and hung it outside his house. A U.S. Supreme Court justice hung it upside down at his house, and then said his wife did. So his wife is hanging flags now, and she gonna do that knowing that her husband is a fucking Supreme Court justice. So she gonna do that. She gonna mess up her bag. Really? Who you think you fooling, my dude? You did that shit and got caught and blamed it on your old lady. And your old lady gonna take the heat because she don't want to mess up her shit. But she knows she got you by the balls now. So it's mind-boggling to me that that's not a problem to people, regardless if they're Democratic or Republican. I saw on Twitter where people was just poo-pooing that shit. But again, I always say this, flip the script. That's a Democratic situation. And that's an Obama-appointed judge. Right? And that's a black judge that put HBCU flag up there because he went to A&T versus the goddamn American flag. What y'all think he gonna do to him? This is a Supreme Court justice whose wife was part of the whole January 6th. This is another Supreme Court justice who had the flag turned upside down. Now, Kaepernick just took a knee, but my man, and he lost everything. He lost his whole career. But my man Alito, he gonna keep his shit, right? Like, this ain't making no sense right now. This ain't making no sense to me right now. It really isn't, because I'm trying to understand how, even if you're not that political party, if you're a country first, this shit you shouldn't be happy with this shit. You really shouldn't. And then we're not even going to talk about the whole Donald Trump shit. This motherfucker is making a complete mockery of the judicial system. He's making a complete mockery of the legal system, the court system, any system you want to think of. So he's been allowed to shit on the judge's daughter. He's been allowed to talk shit about whomever he wants to with this criminal case that's going. So the judge gives him a gag order and tells him that he can't say certain things, but he can still chastise and shit on the judge. So he gets his fucking cult followers. All of these dudes come up there with these same color suits on, with that dumbass looking red tie, because it's a uniform. And each one of them are now coming to the courthouse in New York and saying things for Trump that Trump can't say because of the gag order. We talking about senators, governors who support this dude because they interview him for vice president. Like, I get it if you are a Republican. I get that. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. But the problem is, when you fuckers jump on this Trump train and you overlook all the shit that this motherfucker has done, and you still feel like he should be president. Think about this. Before I get into some specifics, Think about this. In these rallies and shit he be having, campaign rallies, whatever you want to call them, when does he talk about policy? The policy he's going to change, implement. No, it's always crooked Joe Biden, the judge this, the judicial system this, blah, blah, blah. When does he talk about policy? What are you going to do to make unemployment even lower? What's your plans for anything with regards to infrastructure? You've been saying you're going to repeal Obamacare since Obamacare was Obamacare. So when are you going to lay out Trump care? Like y'all, the people that support this fucker don't see that this dude is the biggest con man ever. And then what makes it worse is that there's people of my culture or of my ethnic background, or however way you want to explain it, that supports this dude. Do you realize he don't give a fuck about you? Tim Scott, he don't give two shits about you. Y'all, people always say Trump did more for black people than Obama did. Or Trump, more importantly, Trump did more for black people than Biden did. I don't give a shit how much gas get, how high it gets. I'm still riding with Biden. But I'm going to tell y'all something. You got to hear this shit. So, Joseph Biden has appointed more black judges in his term than anyone in the history, than any president in history. 57 black federal judges. 36 of them are women. And you want to know what he's done for black people. Hey, you Trump supporters, what people of color has your boy appointed? What person of color, has your boy appointed to office? See, I'm not a Democrat or Republican, right? I'm a fucking American. There's Republicans I like. Adam Kinzinger, that's my dude right there. Straight hardcore ass Republican. But there's Republican brothers that I see as some bullshit. Tim Scott. What do you think he gonna do with y'all when he don't need y'all no more? So you had these cult members from Congress show up in their suits and shit to defy the gag order because this dummy can't keep his fucking mouth closed. He always think he gotta say something. I mean, they did shit on the family member witnesses. They had to hide the witnesses' names from him until the last possible moment because they knew he was gonna go out there and talk shit about him. So these Congress people that's showing up at the courthouse every day. Reports are that they're on their phone during the court session. They've been real disrespectful. Understand something, Trump supporters, or people that voted for some of them people that's up there with this clown. They going up there on our dime. They going up there to support this dude on our tax money. They supposed to be in D.C. getting shit done. That's why the House is a mess now. Speaker of the House Johnson was up there last week. He already gave you Speaker of the House. You still trying to interview for Vice President? The fuck is going on? The governor, Vivek Ramaswamy, all of these, Byron Donald, brother, black man from Florida. This shit is crazy, man. He's completely getting rid of judicial norms and political norms, and he's turning the Republican Party into hey, you're gonna either be part of this cult or we're gonna ostracize your ass the fuck up out of here. It's one or the other. Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, they diehard Republicans, but they don't fuck with Trump. Look where they are now. And I don't think there's more person that leans towards the right on issues, especially financial issues, than Liz Cheney. So every day, every morning, this motherfucker before court comes in and he stands there and he says a bunch of gibberish, bunch of bullshit, don't nobody understand what he's saying. And then he goes in the courtroom. Then he comes out and he complains, talking about he's fucking cold. Do what most people gonna do, player. Get a jacket. What I don't understand from people that thinks it's okay, this dude is okay. Think about this, y'all. He got about 80 felony counts. He just paid eight 90 mil dollars for some sexual assault shit. He was smashing a porn star while his old lady was either having a baby or about to have a baby. He was smashing a porn star. Then he started smashing a Playboy model, the Karen McDougal chick. Then there's the time when this fucker was walking through the beauty pageant with all the girls had their tops off and he just walking through chilling. I ain't even talking about the political shit that he's unaware of. I'm just talking about his character. Like, how is it so good for us, for people that support him? Character don't make a difference. Character made a difference when y'all wanted to impeach Obama for wearing that cold ass tan suit he had on that day. Y'all, character made a difference then. But y'all have Trump supporters have fallen to the point of a lot of y'all just fucking stupid. 90 felony counts, indictments, and y'all don't think he did none of them? Oh, and here's another thing I want to bring up. A few weeks ago, Stephen A. Smith was talking about the persecution of Donald Trump and all this other shit. So, Stephen A., I know you that guy. You ain't gonna never meet me. You ain't gonna never listen to this. But in the event that you do, bro, come on, man. He got 90 felony counts. What black person you know still be out having campaign rallies if they got 90 felony counts against them? With a couple of them fuckers being, with a lot of them being with regards to January 6th, federal felony counts. That ain't got nothing to do with black people don't get to experience that. So we don't know how this fucker feels. We don't know how it feels to be able to come out and shit on the judge and then the judge still has to treat us fairly. We don't know that feeling. These are not no black people I know or know of. Don't get this motherfucker no help, no credit. The shit he's in is because he did it. The dude had national security documents next to the shitter in his house. And people that support him thinks nothing is wrong with that. Y'all tell me. Tim Scott, bitch ass, sitting up there looking like fucking Rudy from Fat Albert. But I love you, Mr. Trump. Man, you sound like the biggest bitch in bitch history, bro. Have some balls up about yourself. What's this other clown name? What's this clown name? Byron Donald. You really think he gonna have you do anything in the cabinet, bro? What you gonna do? You gonna be vice president? He gonna make you ambassador to Haiti because he gonna say black people need to stay with them shithole countries. That's probably what he gonna do for you, bro. And your bitch ass probably would take it. What I'm searching for, and one of the things I want to accomplish with this podcast is to talk to some uh, level. I don't know if this is possible. Level-headed Trump supporters, and really try to understand why is he Teflon Don? Why is it he can't do any wrong to you? Why is it you've allowed him all of these things that I've just talked about? The felony counts. Because then my next question is going to be, if that was Obama, same situation, would you be a supporter or would you want him in jail? Y'all was screaming, lock her up for Hillary for some goddamn emails. This nigga had the evidence at his crib. At his crib. The documents was at his crib. He tried to overthrow the government. And while it was happening, he was watching it on TV. Man, that shit ain't American, man. Come on, wake up. I don't want to hear about, oh, shit, they both bad. I ain't going to vote for either one. Bullshit. When you don't vote at all, you voting for Trump. Get your ass up and go vote for Biden. I am 53 years old, and I'm not super deluxe heavy in politics. But what I do know is this. This is the most important presidential election in the history of the country during my lifetime. If this fucker wins, it's a lot of things for black people that's going to be different. You think it's bad now? You think we're not treated fairly right now? Knowing he already said he want to be a dictator. So what do dictators do? They try to get rid of the people who oppose them, right? Who oppose Trump most? Black people, right? Right. They're 2 + 2 is 4 all day long. We needed to be convincing. Right, please. Riding with Biden. I'm riding with Biden. I need you to be riding with Biden. I don't give a shit if he's 137 years old. I really don't. Because I watched Trump yesterday when he came out of court, and it sounded like he had a bunch of cream of wheat in his mouth. I need y'all to vote, 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 vote. Whatever state you in, I don't care if you're in a red state, blue state, purple state, state of mind, I don't care. Vote, 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 vote. And remember this phase. You got to be riding when you ride with Biden. If you ain't riding with Biden and you're a chump fucking with Trump, man, fuck y'all. Hey, thank y'all for listening to this episode of the Chronic OGs podcast. I'm that boy they call Big Tone. Hey, hashtag the journey continues. Hashtag New Rock Prep. I see you next time. I'm out.